The sound sleuths of Oakwood uncovering the hidden lab. The sun had just set over the small town of Oakwood, casting a warm orange glow over the streets and homes. Max, a curious and adventurous 12-year-old, was busy setting up his backpack with various gadgets and tools for the night's investigation. "Mom, I'm going out to meet Sam and Emma," Max called out, trying to sound nonchalant despite the excitement brewing inside him. His mom poked her head into the room, a hint of concern etched on her face. "Be careful, okay? And don't stay out too late." Max nodded, already knowing the drill. He grabbed his backpack and dashed out the door to meet his friends. The three friends converged at the usual spot, a large oak tree in the center of town. Sam, a tech whiz with messy brown hair, was busy fiddling with a homemade motion detector. Emma, a bookworm with bright pink glasses, had a notebook and pen at the ready to record their findings. "Right guys, tonight's the night," Max said, his eyes sparkling with anticipation. "We're going to get to the bottom of these weird noses." The trio set off into the evening, determined to uncover the source of the mysterious sounds that had been plaguing their town for weeks. They turned down a narrow alleyway between two old houses, the sounds growing almost deafening. Suddenly, Emma let out a small gasp as she spotted something shiny on the ground. A piece of metal, partially buried in the dirt. It looked like it had been ripped from somewhere, but where? As they carefully picked up the metal piece and examined it, a loud thud echoed through the alleyway, making them all jump. "What was that?" Sam whispered, his eyes scanning the surrounding buildings. Max grinned mischievously. "I think we're getting close." The three friends cautiously made their way down the alleyway, the metal piece clutched in Emma's hand. They stopped at a large dumpster behind an old hardware store, where the thud seemed to have originated. Max peeked inside and spotted a small, rusty door hidden beneath the trash. "Guys, look," Max whispered, his eyes shining with excitement. The friends exchanged nervous glances before Sam carefully opened the creaky door, revealing a set of narrow stairs leading down into darkness. "Whoa, this is it," Emma breathed, "the source of the noises." Without hesitation, Max led the way down the stairs, his friends following closely behind. The stairs finally opened up into a large, dimly lit cavern filled with rows of old mining equipment. In the center of the room, they spotted an old, rickety elevator, its doors covered in cobwebs and rust. "This must be where the noises are coming from," Sam said, his voice barely above a whisper. The friends exchanged terrified glances before Max shouted, "Run!" They sprinted across the cavern, the elevator's loud rumblings growing louder behind them. Just as they reached the stairs, a figure emerged from the shadows, an eccentric-looking old man with wild gray hair and thick goggles. The old man beckoned them closer, a sly grin spreading across his face. "My name is Professor Pocketwatch," he said, "and I've been working on a top-secret project down here." He led them to the laboratory, where they saw an array of bizarre contraptions and gadgets. "This, my dear young friends," Professor Pocketwatch announced, "is a machine that converts sound waves into physical energy." The machine roared to life, emitting a loud humming noise as it began to glow. Max's eyes grew wide. "That's the source of the noises," he exclaimed. "Wait," Sam said, alarm creeping into his voice. "What's that noise?" The friends exchanged worried glances as the professor's smile faltered. The group followed Professor Pocketwatch as he rushed towards the elevator, his lab coat fluttering behind him. As they approached, the noises grew louder and more intense, sounding like a mix of screeching metal and rumbling thunder. "It seems our visitor has triggered a safety protocol," Professor Pocketwatch called out over his shoulder. "We need to shut down the machine before it gets out of control." The professor frantically pressed buttons and turned dials, but the machine only seemed to be getting louder and brighter. As they watched in awe, a brilliant light burst forth from the machine, filling the room with an intense, pulsating energy. The noises ceased, replaced by an eerie silence as the group stared at the incredible sight before them. "Summerfest is about to get a whole lot more interesting," Professor Pocketwatch exclaimed, a mischievous glint in his eye.
Thank you for watching. Thanks for watching my short stories. Subscribe for more.